I do a lot of work with small businesses, and I often find myself wondering how best they should be looking at resourcing and managing their communications. They come to us with a specific brief, and then when we do some more digging into what they've done before, what the business's goals and objectives are, and how they've been progressing towards them, we often wonder why they haven't joined up their previous activity and how much more value they could be getting out of it if they had. So I'm just going to talk through briefly 4 ways that I think small businesses could best resource and manage their communications requirements in the delivery of PR, marketing and communications. The first option would be to recruit a senior and experienced marketing communications director. This would only really be appropriate if you're a fair, reasonable sized business, and by reasonable sized business I mean probably 25 employees up. Otherwise you're just not going to have the critical mass or the turnover probably in order to justify it. So my only word of caution there would be, if you're taking on somebody senior, don't forget you're not just having to budget for their salary, but you also need to support the role with a decent budget so they can do the delivery and deliver what you're looking for in terms of the business goals. They'll also probably want a team to delegate to. Senior people get to where they've got to generally because they've got used to delegating. So do bear in mind that there's a significant budget you need to find if you want to go the route of recruiting somebody more senior. Option 2 is to go slightly more junior and either recruit a manager or somebody even less experienced than that. And it can work really well if you find yourself a gem. Young people are often very hungry these days. They're looking for the experience and to move up the ladder quickly. So they act like sponges and they learn fast. But do bear in mind that somebody with less experience needs direction. And if you don't have anybody in the company that's going to give that direction with the knowledge of how communications, PR and marketing can work, then that person will quickly end up rudderless and lacking direction and pretty unmotivated. So that's my word of caution on that option. Option number 3 is to outsource your PR and marketing needs, and this can work extremely well. Just be clear about what you're looking for, be even clearer about how much you've got to spend, and don't forget it's very important to have targets and goals so that you can measure the results. Thereafter, all I'd say is go with a referral or a recommendation so you get off on a good footing with your new agency. So the 4th and final way is the virtual communications director. If you're familiar with the concept behind the virtual finance director, it's pretty much the same. I work closely with my client's team to devise a strategic plan and then to implement that plan, but working on a part-time, ongoing basis. That way I get to know the business really well from the inside, so any activity is joined up, strategic and cost-effective.